me welcome you to the Breithaupt Athletic Hall of Fame induction of Jack Brown, Chuck Easley, Eugene O, Albert Pendleton, Jay Watts, Katherine Bell-Hill, and Jerry Romper.
Athletic teaches our students, both in the past and now and will in the future, it teaches them something about excellence. It teaches them something about character, about trying hard, about figuring out where your limits are and then going past those limits. It teaches them something about what it means to put lots and lots of effort in the quiet times, in the workouts, and in the practices, to then be able to go out and play a game like we played last night against Pace, by the way. Congratulations to that.
That was great. I've never had my name, an athletic star, mentioned in the same sentence, so appreciate it so much.
This is, without a doubt, one of the best days of the year for us because you get to see our athletic program in all its glory.
He just liked to beat people. Get up in front and go boogity boogity.
Frankie used to come to the state meet with this container of this weird, magical, super secret oil that we would rub all over ourselves because he told us that it would make us fast. I'm not sure that actually did anything, and that's one of those weird swimmerisms. But we lathered up, man.
No one would believe that Chuck Easley was a seventh grader. So I called his mother and I said, Ms. Easley, I need to have Chuck's birth certificate. So she said, can I send you a copy? I said, no ma'am, I need the original birth certificate.
He said, Mr. Priest, if you think that what we're going to do tonight against Woodward or Marist or whomever is not a war, then come on down, and join us.
Around storms that we have in our life. And I've had a few. I'm sure you have too. But you come through those with your friends, your coaches, your teammates, and others. Roughly, a little more than 30 years ago, to this day, I was in a car, had knee surgery, 2 months from having been a part of 3 national records of track and field and wondering how I was walking.
But I've never seen such a pit bull as a competitor on the court. And again, he's quiet, but he was fighting all the time. And to see such a quiet guy yell out every once in a while, as he's supporting his teammates, but also pumping himself, come on, or get some, that was just unbelievable.
When I first tried out for the team, actually, Coach Boggs placed me at number 6 on the ladder. And so the nature of tryouts is that if you're in the top 12, you make the team. And so when Coach first told me that I was going to be number 6, I was going to start at 6 on the ladder, I thought to myself, okay, I deserve to be number 1. I'm going to prove it to you that I can get there.
It's a 9th grade note card that I had kids fill out in those days for their goals for the year. Albert not only put goals for the year, but goals for his career. And the career goals, as I recall, were he wanted to be a state champion and he wanted to be an All-American.
I've actually been to tournaments and looked over and Albert has snuck down and is sitting on the side of the mat coaching our kids up. And I'm like, Albert, you can't do that, buddy. So he's very much, he eats, breathes, sleeps, he lives Westminster wrestling.
When it weren't for my brother, I would have never started wrestling in the first place. Coach K recruited my brother after his 7th grade football season. And after his first wrestling practice, he decided to come home and teach me his new moves by grinding my face into the carpet. So I pretty much had to pick up wrestling to defend myself.
He's the guru of food down in the athletic department. I've traveled all over state, and I know some really good places to eat that are off the side of the road, where the barbecue places are and all that. And Coach Watts has improved on my ability with that.
Yelling a little too much, and maybe this team didn't respond to yelling. So he was trying really hard not to yell. So he, at one point during practice, he's getting frustrated and he calls the girls in, and you could see him try and take deep breaths. And he goes, ladies, I've been told that you don't respond well to yelling and that I need to be a more positive coach on the field. So, without raising my voice, I'm just going to tell you that you all need to go take a water break now and come back more focused, or I am going to lose it.
In my early years of coaching lacrosse, I was approached by one of the girls who asked me right before practice, kind of casually, "Coach Watts, why are you not married?" And so I was trying to think of something funny, and sometimes I can be a little bit sarcastic, and so I just snapped back at her. I said, "You know, I'm a teacher and I'm a coach and I work really long hours, and if you think about it over the years, I have really low earning potential, and that's probably it." And she looked right back at me and said, "Oh God, you're right, bummer."
So this isn't really a funny story about Katherine, but it's a fun fact. Every time the clock hit 7:31 when we were at practice, she would make everyone wish her a happy birthday, and it's because her birthday's on July 31st. And I honestly think that all of her teammates across the entire nation still remember Katherine's birthday is on 7/31.
Pete actually coached me in PE that year, and I was brand new, didn't know anybody, and he wrote in my comments that I needed to work on my frog kick. And so I really took it upon myself to work on my frog kick, and Pete, I hope I did okay with that.
Season ended, and he came to me and he said, "Coach, I know I'm going to get fired. We've only won one game. We were 1-9. I said, "Just relax. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it." I said, "Now, at the end of 5 years, if you're still 1-9, you'll be fired. But the sad part of that story is I'll be fired with you. They're going to get rid of you and me if you don't win more than one game in the next 4 or 5 years."
Football for me is just the vehicle that I use to hopefully teach our young men in our program valuable life lessons. And at the end of the day, that's the main job that I feel like is my responsibility to these young men, to the school. You know, why should I retire? Because I don't work for a living. I have the best job in America. I get to coach all these kids and have fun. And I'm probably the only varsity head football coach in the state of Georgia that coaches soccer as well. And we definitely have broken the mold that soccer coaches and football coaches don't get along. And I think that's been very important because you usually see that in a lot of schools where the soccer program and the football program stay separate. But I was smart enough to realize that we could get a lot of good kickers from the soccer team. So I decided that, you can't be enjoying it, so I'm going to join up and coach.